come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the 41, Goff.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive.
And the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Bravo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 of 4 going out.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
On first down, Callaway. He finds Corey Davis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 4.
2nd and 2. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, Stu, 90, Wolf.
58's the money. 58.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team,
it took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Goff now looking to throw. Airing it out deep for one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And Singletary, now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Callaway. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive starts with a run by White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Quan Alexander in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game. So add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Opposite. Look, squeeze.
Check three.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
Mike, I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Callaway. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Off play action. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. An update from Denver. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Josh Rosen leading the charge offensively. On 1st and 10, Callaway. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Callaway. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. That's caught, and again, it's Goodwin. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
They're running it.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 4. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain there of 21 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Gall, and he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking to throw. Callaway. And this is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A gain there of 21 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Callaway. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo finding Goodwin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Callaway. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Callaway. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go. 180.
Ready?
No. Okay, hot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Bravo.
Tighten up.
21. Here we go. Hey, hot.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Kyler Murray with 1 touchdown pass thus far. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also...
Touchdown, L.A.! Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to Samuel. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the 1st round, late in the 1st round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd, so a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They've gone to the 2nd quarter now in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Geronimo Allison, very close to a 100-yard game. He's at 97 thus far. From the gun on 3rd down. Callaway, throw left side, complete. It's Goodwin. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Callaway toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They find some open field here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
White. Hey, orbit. Two, man.
Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Goff. Max Crosby, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Pettis on the return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. They've gone to the 2nd quarter now in Denver. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Geronimo Allison, very close to a 100-yard game. He's at 97 thus far.
Go. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
On 1st down, Callaway. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get off the field.
Hey, gun.
Watch twins.
21.
Garoppolo again. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Go.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Watch the ship. Take 4.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They run with Breida, and he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Looking to throw. Callaway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Get that ball.
Quickly from Goff to Kupp. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd and 12, Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good... And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how...
Robert Woods got a man on the right sideline. It's Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his first touchdown of the new season. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing on first down, Callaway. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Callaway. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Callaway. Open man is heard. It's complete.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Back to throw. Callaway. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Eluding the pressure right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
To throw is Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
On the return is Pettis. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Countaway. Catch is made by Hurd. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's a 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Check, nickel. Say.
Hey, go.
This is Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Hey, alert! 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 Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo looks to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game?
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
First down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go! He's coming. Hey, orbit. Hey, sneak grip.
From the gun, Callaway. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Let's 57.
On first down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the draw, here's White. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's gone. Max Crosby in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Jonah, 10-2 stop.
3 buds. Kill.
Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Callaway. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
50 seconds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Shoot.
To throw again, Callaway. This one into the hands of Hurd. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DB. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know that.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Max Crosby in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
On first down, Callaway. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Callaway. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Callaway. This one into the hands of Burton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Gone. That'll be caught by Kopp. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff now to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now looking to throw. It's complete. James White. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Gone. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Oh, now whistles. And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a first down. A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give him a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You got to be careful.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
That's it, baby. We go work.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
58's the money.
Operating from the gun, Callaway. That's going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Showing it. Showing it.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense.